What would Gen 9 look like if it were set in Australia? Well, look no further than the Agrios region. Hey everybody, welcome back to Region Review, where we review different regions around the Fakemon community. Today we are talking about an Australia-based region named the Agrios region by none other than Fakemans, who we interviewed in our second episode of the Just Like Magic podcast, so check that out right here if you missed it. Anyway, before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Also, we have members on the channel, so join and get some awesome perks, and it would be really helpful to me. And one other item of note before we get started is a lot of these Pokemon have been redrawn and some of them redesigned by Fakemans over on his Twitter. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and make sure to do that. He wanted me to let you guys know before we got started. Also, one more thing of note, the starters, like he said in our podcast episode, aren't completely Australia based right now, so I think he said he started in Argentina. The region started out as Argentina, but let's go ahead and get into it. We're starting us off with Professor Acacia. Apparently he studies the different environments around the Pokemon world. One thing I should say is that this region I'm not super familiar with, like I was with the last region. I haven't completely delved into the Agrios region. There's a lot of mons I don't know 100% about, so we're learning something new here with Professor Acacia. Conservation programs to help save endangered species. That's awesome. Okay, starting out, our first Pokemon is Bandacoon. Little raccoon bandits, grass type. Love that. It's the tiny thief Pokemon. They are very misunderstood Pokemon. They steal food, but not from themselves. So it's got a kind of a Robin Hood thing to it. Okay. Next up, we've got Turtorch, a fire rock type. It's a Kappa Pokemon. Okay, I dig it. Kappa being the Japanese, what's the word? Yokai. There it is, the Japanese yokai. So the thing about this one is its head, I don't know what it is. It just kind of weirds me out, man. Like, I just like, maybe it's just that human thing to me that that's where a brain should be. I don't know. It weirds me out, but it's a really cool design and really well done. So I dig that a lot. Next up, we got Nartyke, the narwhal Pokemon. Water type. They travel in large pods. When a member of the group is ill, Nartyke will stop to help them. Oh, that's sweet. We got a little bulbous boy, circular. He looks like a little bubble with a tail and a horn and fins. I like it. I think it's a really cute water starter. It's not exactly a semi-aquatic. It is a mammal, but it's not semi-aquatic. I don't think that narwhals can go on land, unless there's something I'm just completely missing. It's a really good design. I like it. Okay, next up we got the evolution. We got Vigilief, which is like a vigilante. Playing more into that like rogue theme that he's got there. He kind of explained to us what the starters themes are in the episode of the podcast. So yeah, it's got the hood now. Like it was kind of a little bit of a design element before, but now it's a full-on hood. And he's got these little leaves on his tail. So, there's another part to. It's got the full art, and then shinies too. Okay, cool. Next up, we got Lavish, who is the evolution to Turtorch. It's continuing with the coals in the head. It's got more like spikes. It's looking very Bowser-esque, which I think he said it was kind of like a little bit of an inspiration there. Something you can't really see in the back here is actually it's got these like plumes coming out of its tail that are like shooting fire out, which I think is really cool. It got that like Cyndaquil-esque thing to it, and these like spikes on the yeah, I really dig this, and I like these little flecks of different texture he put on it too. Kind of this spiky pattern, I don't know why. They do it in Pokemon a lot. It just reminds me of a pineapple every time. I don't know. All right, and next we have Clubwall. Clubwall, the night Pokemon. Okay, so it's getting more knightly. It's got that little tuft of feathers that kind of those knightly helms have. Even the little pattern right here kind of resembles the like face mask thing that they have that goes up and down, right? It's got more spikes on it, getting a little bit more spiky, gauntlet kind of thing to it. I dig that. I like that. I like that. Okay, next up we've got Rogoon. This is the final stage of the Bandacoon's line. Let's see. Vines growing out of their arms can extend along range attacks. Okay, so it's kind of got like a Spider-Man kind of feel to it. Kind of like use those vines as like Spider-Man kind of things. I like that. It's got this big, like the hood is now down, and you kind of see it actually has little ear holes right here for him if he wants to put it over his head. And he's kind of going like, shh, like, you didn't see me. which is cool. It's cool. And he's got these little armor, these little spiky vine armors. Oh, that's the vines they're talking about. They kind of like unlash. I like, kind of went with a Spider-Man kind of feel to it, but with like a vigilante. Next up, we got Terrorpin, and there, that's what I feel. Terror. That thing is awesome. It's kind of got this Koopa shell on the on the arms. It's definitely got that more of that Bowser inspiration. Got the coals in the head. Still little cracks of lava, like the lava's about to burst forth. Got these big fists. Like this dude could definitely learn some dark type moves alongside his fire and rock moves. What's his ability? Does he have an? Oh, it doesn't say the ability. Okay, he's the Berserker Pokemon. Okay, so it looks like he does look like a Berserker. Kind of got that like really beefy that beefy look and like that attitude of a Berserker. He's got this like volcano on the back, which, you know, you got Vesuvius who's got the volcano on their back, so both of our fire starters have the volcano on the back. Love that. We got Impaladin. What's the name? Impale plus Paladin. Okay, so Impaladin. There you go. It's got the water ice type. It's got the shield of like a snowflake shield. Its horn is now like a sword. It's actually a tooth. Fun fact, it's a tooth. And now that pattern that it's got that full on like little visor thing. Got like a frosty beard, which I like. I like that. And then there's these fins are like made of ice. It's got some battle scars too. It looks like it's been through some crusades. Moving on. Let's move forward. We've got ourselves Obubby, which is the regional rat. It's an opossum plus Bubby. Kind of simple. Got a little diaper pattern to him. Got the little curly Q on the top. Definitely got that baby. I love how he's holding his tail like a blankie and he's sucking its thumb. That's cute. Okay, so it evolves. We got Mamosum. Oh, that's adorable. She's got a bunch of little Obubbies. You know, like just, oh my gosh, she's like Octomom. Holy crap. Oh, it's got that look of like, oh, I'm so happy, but also really concerned for my life. Setamut, which is the regional dog. Ground type, it's the Dingo Pokemon, so we got a Pokemon based on dingoes. Scratching himself like a good boy. He's just super cute. All right, we've got Digingo. So it's got like a fist. Like it's got like two paws with the mud caked onto it, but it's got this like fist on its tail. That's kind of cool. Got like 3 arms ready to freaking do battle. Almost like it could be a ground fighting type, but gotta have those solo types, those singular typed Pokemon in your region, right? There's a balance with that, and I like its design, its aesthetic. It feels very different than other regional dogs, you know. So it definitely feels like it could fit though alongside like things like Boltund or is it Boltund or Bolthound? I don't know. I said Gardevoir wrong in the freaking last video, and people got so upset at me. Next up, we got Frytaz, based on a Tasmanian Devil of the Dark Electric type, which is sick. I've got this little menacing look in its tummy, but also looks like it's crazy up here. Frytaz, the Scare Pokemon. Okay, so, it's like Fright, Tasmanian Devil, and Taser, like Taz the Tasmanian Devil. I dig it. Okay, so it looks like it tries to intimidate people with its belly, but if that doesn't work, it just like will shoot blinding beams of light. That's cool. We got Revenge. I like that name. I like that name, Revenge. It's Raven plus Revenge. It's a pretty standard bird Pokemon. It's a Raven, which it looks like, I'm pretty sure this was done. So this actually was before Rookidee was even shown, because I don't think they showed Rookidee until the games actually came out. So this is kind of before. This came before that because it's in 2019, as you can see right here. Miseraven. Okay, it's ghost flying. It's got this like collar and like this kind of like, I think it's supposed to be like a spine aesthetic to it. Kind of reminds me of the pattern on Litten's head, but it's got this like skull collar. Kind of actually gives me that Mandibuzz feel to it. Ghost flying type. They are drawn to mournful souls, like especially the souls of Cubone, or adorning themselves with bone of their dead mothers. Oh, okay, so they got that Cubone kind of thing going on. So let's see the shiny. Ooh, that shiny is badass. Wow, that's awesome. Next up, we got Ravenoir. So Ravenoir. It's got that Shakespearean kind of thing going on with it. It's got the skull of the Revenge actually on as its collar, and I think it's even his head has like that skull, and then it's got a Cubone skull it's using to perform Shakespeare, which is freaking crazy. They are often found in Marowak graveyards. What? Are these dudes grave digging? Bro, what? Right, next up we got Platypus. Oh my god, ground normal. How is this thing not part fairy? What? It's got that breakfast aesthetic to it. It kind of has that Poliwag. It's like it's got that Poliwag shaped body, but it's got like a side. It's like if Psyduck and Poliwag fused with like all creamy. It's so cool. I really like the waffle tail and the syrup on the head with the berries. Now I'm like suddenly craving waffles. Next up we've got Larvision. Gardevoir. We're just gonna make fun of it at this point because bug type. I think this is probably gonna be. Looks like it's got a gem in its head, so it's probably gonna end up being like bug psychic. This is even before Blipbug was shown off too, so this is before we had that bug psychic type representation. That's awesome, and I like its little tail. It's kind of got this like almost genie aesthetic to it, like a djinn. Next up we got Kineseda. There it is, the bug psychic typing. So it's got that. It's almost like a turban actually, kind of like that turban. It's got these like really cool antennae. It's very floofy. I like that. We've got Lepifambra, the bug psychic type. Oh, so it turned into a magic carpet. And I was right. It kind of turned into like a turban looking thing. And it's like a magic genie with its magic carpet as its wings. I love that. That's awesome. We've got Cadant, like cadet plus ant. He just looks like he's so ready. He's like, yes, sir. I'm here, sir. Let's go, sir. I love that. I love that. It's so cute. And bug grass type too. I was talking about this, I think, in the previous video. I think bug grass is not done that much. I think bug grass type is like a unique type. I like that. I don't know how to explain it. Next up, we've got Squadrant. I like that. And he's kind of got like a little goatee moment going on here with his what are they called? Mandibles? Hell if I know. I don't know. It looks cool though, and he's still got those like little hairs coming out. I like him. He looks like he's ready to go. He's like, I'm ready for action. Okay, Tankant. Wow, what an evolution, bro. I like his like arms. He looks like he's like ready to guard. He's got that Obstagoon kind of feel to it too. And he just looks like he's ready to freaking tank a hit, man. It doesn't have the stats on here, but I would imagine it has a really probably high defense stat or special defense stat, maybe to guard against those fire types. I don't know. I love that. And it's got the the goggles. Sick. Oh, we've got our first regional variant. We've got Mudbray, Agrios form, normal grass, and it's based on hay. I love that. I love that it's based on hay. It's so floofy, and it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's like a little derpy. It still has that derp kind of feel to him, but he's like kind of scraggly. I love that. I like that a lot. Okay, its shiny is like more vibrantly hay colored and brown, kind of like its original form. I love that. We've got Mudsdale Agrios form, and it just plays more into that hay. The hay's a little bit darker now, and it's kind of put into little, it's kind of got those strands that they put around hay bales and stuff like that. Ah, man, that's really well done, really well done. And they kept the eyes guarded, like kind of how like horses have their like blinders on, but like to the extreme, like complete blind horse here. Is it the same? Oh, actually, no, that's the shiny's different. That's cool. All right, we got Sleep. Oh my gosh, Sleep. Oh, it's so perfect. It's so fun to say too. Sleep, Sleep. I love that. He's this little sleepy sheep. Sleepy sheep. I love that so much. What's this shiny? Okay. And I love how it's like a thought bubble. It's tail. Like, oh wow, that's cool. It's kind of like those like thought bubbles, those dream bubbles you have that in the cartoons where they would go up and then you'd be counting the sheep. That's exactly what this is. I love that. That's awesome. Then we've got Satrest. So Satyr plus rest. I assume. Yep. It's fairy fighting type. It was just pure fairy. Okay, so it's fairy fighting type. There's a unique type combo. I love how it has this little eye cover. I can't remember what the name of them are, but it has this little eye cover to make it look like it's awake, even though it's not. He's like super tired. He's got the drool coming out. Oh my god, so cute. And it's still got the thought bubble tail, which I dig. Looks like Sleep has a split evolution actually, so it's Ulalam. It's fairy psychic, so they have a fairy psychic and a fairy fighting. I like that. And it's just like a Sleep. And it's just like, she's just eyes are closed. She's like, I'm too good for you, but also I'm sleeping. So, like, it's psychic, so maybe it has, you can see what's around it without opening its eyes. That's what I thought. And it always is getting beauty sleep. That's awesome. It's almost got like a poodle-esque aesthetic to it too, and it's like these It's like using its like wool as a fashion statement. I like that. All right, we got a Smeargle Agrios form, a regional variant. It's got that tail as a lasso now, so it looks like it's like a farmer, rancher, farmhand, cowboy. I don't know. Are cowboys prevalent in Australia? I mean, I know like ranching and farming is pretty prevalent in Australia, but Agrios, they're bred Smeagles to help them wrangle and herd Pokemon. Okay, yeah, so I was right. I like the little hay. Instead of its tongue, you know, it's got the little piece of hay coming out. And I just realized it has this little vest, like a little vest in its pattern. Okay, we've got Crevasil. So this little eel is hanging out in like a little thing of coral. Kind of got that binnacle, but like that binnacle vibe with it's the water rock type. It kind of looks like these are supposed to be its hands almost, like these little things of kelp or like seaweed. Kelp and seaweed are the same thing. Cool. Little water rock type eel. Alright, looks like Crevasil evolves into more rays. As in there's more rays. I like that. So it's double-headed. It's got that, like I said, that binnacle feeling to it, but I really like what he did with it. He's got it, and it's like, it looks like it could be land-based now. It's got feet. Like it's got like feet. That's crazy. These like little seaweed accents come out now, like are like they look like almost like they're supposed to be like shoulder cape like or something like that. I don't know. Okay, we've got Kelp Me. Kelp Me. Kelp Me. Oh my gosh. One thing I said in the podcast with him is that his puns are so on point. Kelp Me, the grass water type. Kelp Me, the helpless Pokemon. Even with the help of humans, Kelp Me are always getting stranded on beaches. Oh, so sad. Such a sad little Kelp Me. We've got Alajade, who is a grass dragon. They live in large groups on the ocean floor, forming sort of an underwater forest. Oh, cool. So like it's referencing the multiple kelp forests, and it looks like they provide homes for new Pokemon and maybe help the Kelp Me. Maybe, I don't know. And Grass Dragon is such a really cool typing. I really like Grass Dragon. It's even got these little shells on it too. We've got Chikoco, the coconut Pokemon. Okay, so it's like. Oh, it's got a little face. It's got a little uwu face on its coconut. It's like, well said. Oh, I love that. I love that. It's like an ostrich or a kiwi. I'm not sure. It's got Palmoari. Oh, so it's like a cassowary. Okay, so it's more of a cassowary kind of thing. Now the little face is like, I love that. It's got like, it looks like it's got little bangs. And now it looks like the coconut's been opened, like its head is popping out of the coconut. I dig a cassowary Pokemon because I feel like cassowary Pokemon, they always just make like a cassowary and then they like make it fighting type, or, like fighting flying or something like that. But I really like that they went a different direction with this and even have this like little plume of like palm leaves. Catoxin. We've got Catoxin, poison water kitten. Freaking a water cat. They made a literal lionfish, like a little kitten lionfish. This is amazing, and I love the way they did the patterns because it looks like a pattern a little cat would have. Awesome. Next up, we got Sea Lion. It's continuing that poison water type. It's now got some more like lionfish features. Got those additional spikes, and the whiskers are more of those kind of poisonous quills. It's kind of got this aquatic, like, but still like tiger-esque pattern to it, and it's got now fins on the back of its legs. And we've got Leotian. 10 out of 10 name, and now it's like got like this webbing on its whiskers too, and it's got like an actual like tail, like a aquatic tail, and it's just really majestic, and I really love the way he did the patterning on this. It almost looks like a little face right here, kind of like a Rorschach test, kind of like Rorschach from the Liwika region, which we did last time. Yeah, I love this Pokemon. It's amazing. It's the Sea Ruler, and he looks like he's ready to rule the sea. I love it. We've got Seteco. Okay, so it's like a little steel. Okay, steel psychic. So no water type whatsoever, and it's got a little radar in its head. It's like a submarine mixed with a dolphin. It's like cetaceans are like dolphins and whales. They kind of come from that same family. But I like the way he did this. It's simple. It's part dolphin, part submarine. You get the point, you know? Oh my gosh, I just realized even its eye has the little like crosshairs here. That's a really nice attention to detail. Next up, we got Drebel, the Agrios form. Oh my goodness, what happened? It's bug poison. That's so sad. I like how its little pincers are like the little trash pickup things, though. What are those called? I don't even know what they're called. But people pick up trash with the little spike things. I don't know what the name. Sue me. It's the trash in Pokemon. What happened to make it like this? It doesn't really say what happened to make it like this, but it's kind of sad. It's kind of like a statement on pollution. And it's got the little... I like the little, like, smoothie cup with the Pokeball on it. We've got Crustle, who's a full-on dumpster now. It's got a Trubbish hanging out in the back. That's hilarious. I love that little reference. That's cool. That's cool. We've got Hyena. It's a Haha plus Hyena. It's fairy type. Reminds me of that Lee Weekend Mightyena, but it's kind of got that clown aesthetic to it. It's got the reds with the yellows and the white, like, red button nose. It's cool. Cool Pokemon. And then we've got Hamaniac. This is giving me major Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter vibes if you've watched it. That's what this is giving me, major those vibes. Fairy dark type, Hamaniac. Oh gosh, it's giving me that creepy vibe, like Hisoka mixed with freaking Pennywise. Trionette, like marionette? Yeah, Trionet. Oh, it's Trionet. So it's like, it's a puppet with sock puppet hands. Are these his only friends? If so, that's really sad. Psychic ghost type. Is this its... Oh, this is its real eye. Oh, that's creepy. That's creepy. That's creepy, but I like it. Tripletier. Wow. Okay, so we have like a more of a Hydreigon thing going on. This reminds me of something you'd see in like Courage the Cowardly Dog. I just recently saw a clip of Courage actually because the voice of Muriel died, unfortunately. So, but that's what this is reminding me of majorly right now. Here it is, the one I talked about in the podcast, Fire Kraken, which is the perfect pun. It's just so perfect. Fire flying type. It reminds me of a little blooper, but like if a blooper, there's a fire blooper or something like that. I love it, love it, love it. It's just perfectly done conceptually, name-wise, type-wise, amazing. We've got Shakid. He's looking like he did something wrong, hands behind the back. They're always runs with their hands cuffed behind their backs and use their feet to attack foes. Okay. So they're just permanently under arrest. Steel. Oh, it's a pure steel type. I would have coined it as dark, but maybe it'll get that dark type later on. We've got Bracell, so it's steel rock. That's interesting. I did not see that coming, actually. He's behind the bars. It's like he's inside the old ball and chain, as they say, and it's got the cracks on it. Wow, that's sad for Shakid. I'm sorry for you, Shakid. Oh, okay, Bale Angel. Okay. So it goes from steel to steel rock to steel flying. That's cool. And it evolves from happiness. That makes sense. And now it's free from its chains. It can fly like an angel. It's kind of like a bug line because it's got that little starting almost kind of worm-esque stage, then the cocoon, and then like the flying beautiful butterfly stage. I love that. That's a really cool and well done. Like, way to take a concept done in Pokemon and kind of put a new spin on it. Wallabeat, I love this. It's got the little pompadour. It's amazing. It looks like it's about to freaking pull out a shiv on you, dude, out of that pouch, man. At night, Wallabeat will join together in groups and cause trouble around the cities. Oh, so he's a little punk Wallaby. I like that. We've got Greaseroo. Oh my goodness, this is sick. I love the way he did the kangaroo's face because it looks like a real kangaroo. I feel like a lot of kangaroo Pokemon are so like cutesy and like adorable, but no, at least in the Fakemon community. But the way he did this, it elongated it like an actual kangaroo's face, and it has that like those cheekbones to it, and it's got this humongous pompadour, and it's got like brass knuckles. It's so cool. And it looks like you can learn a couple dark type moves like Sucker Punch and stuff like that. That's amazing. All right, Parasite Egg. So it's like it's a normal type, the bad egg Pokemon. Sneaks into nests of other Pokemon where it sucks out all the nutrients. Oh gosh. Is it an egg? Or is it just like a disguise? I don't know, maybe it'll evolve and we'll find out. Yep. Egg Glutton. So it's normal dragon type. So it is actually an egg. Interesting. Why the dragon typing though? That's my curiosity. Why dragon? So we've got a Wooper Agrios form. It is a Psychic Water type now. It looks more like an actual Axolotl. It's got these little plumes that just look so cute and little wiggle lines. I like how he changed it from like the Wi-Fi signal to these little wiggly lines. And it kind of got these like loose skin too, kind of like real axolotls do. I love that. We've got the Quagsire Agrios form, and it's got this like the eyes look like they don't even exist. Like it definitely has that real axolotl, like almost like lifeless feel to it. I don't know. They kind of just look like they're floating there, you know, and then they move and you're like, whoa. And it's elongated. It's kind of got that like long serpentine-esque feel to it, like an actual salamander. We've got Ambuzz, who's got like amber right as its butt. I can't think of the bug term for butt. Someone in the comments let me know. But it's like a little like mosquito, and I think it's a reference to like the mosquito found in amber, kind of like the amber mosquito that was found in Jurassic Park, where they got the dinosaur blood and were able to reincarnate the dinosaurs. Wow, I can talk. Holy good goddamn, what? Atlasquito. It's got a full-on Mega Aerodactyl trapped in amber, and it's carrying it. That thing is wild looking. What? This thing's crazy. I love that. Wow, that's awesome. Oh, and I read the comments. I know Aerodactyl was originally rock flying type. In the last video, I know it was originally rock flying type. I know that now. Thank you for correcting me. Oh, okay. It looks like we got fossils. We got Gem Fossil, Galea Fossil, and the Tail Fossil. Okay, so I know which one of these is. Oh, we got 6. Okay, so we got Crest Fossil, Snout Fossil, and Bark Fossil too. Okay. So we've got Min Mineral, which is rock steel type. I don't know if it's supposed to be a Stegosaurus or like an Ankylosaurus or what kind of like dinosaur it's based on. But it's got these little quartz deposits on its back, and I dig them a lot. I dig them. Oh my gosh, Brandon. The puns, they just happen. Okay, so we got Angkor. So it is an Ankylosaurus. Okay. And I love that they did the more like formed quartz deposit, like it's got like a little full-on quartz like tree here. I love that, and it's all glowing, and it's just like refracting the light. It's got this little spiky part in the back too. Next up, we got Dimetrogen, which I talked about in the podcast. It's got this like Trojan helmet, and it's rock fighting type. It's just a perfect rock fighting type. The pun of the name is amazing. It's got these little battle scars. Amazing. We've got a more, how do you say this? Omorinchus. Omorinchus? I don't know. People are going to correct me in the comments, but it's got a little heart for a tail. I love that. It's got a little, oh, is that supposed to be like a little heartbreak? I'm not sure. It's got a little crack in it. Like it's the heart's about to break. I don't know. But it's very love themed. Rock fairy type. It's even got a little crack in the fossil down here, actually. So what is this based on? The Ram, oh my gosh, that's a mouthful. Rhamphorhynchus. I don't know. Next up, we got Orinth Korg. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm sorry, I butchered that probably. It's got that little heartbreak in it. It looks like kind of like a spade now, and it's got this big old heart mouth. And another reference, got the crack going right through it, like heartbreak. Wondering why it has these little poofs around its neck and its ankles here. Maybe that's a reference to the original dinosaur. I'm not sure. All right, we've got Eagdrasor. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. It's based on the World Tree, Yggdrasil, and I think Triceratops. I love that it's like got this mask on its face, and it's got this like foliage. It looks like a you would mistake it for like a hill with a tree on it. I love that. We got Didgeridon. I love this thing. Oh my gosh, it's got these fire notes coming out of its big old head. Oh my gosh, that's love that. And I love the patterning. It's very much got that I think Aboriginal patterning. I think that's the kind of what the reference is supposed to be there. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, I love that. We've got Coryonyx. So it's probably, yeah, Baryonyx. The Baryonyx plus coral. And it's got this little like hairdo, like this awesome little coral hairdo. Looks mischievous. Kind of like maybe an ancestor to like Feraligator line or the crocodile line. Is it Say actually? I'm not sure. But it definitely looks like it could be an ancestor to those two. I like that. Next up, we got Coruscant. Oh my gosh, this thing is awesome. I love like the dragon, like whiskers, like those Eastern dragon whiskers that it has to it. It looks very like badass, and it's still rock water type. Man, that's awesome. It's reference to the Spinosaurus, I think. Or maybe it's continued from the Baryonyx, I'm not sure. It looks like it fought Tyrantrum in the good old days. So this thing was duking it out with Tyrantrum. That's dope. Going toe-to-toe with that beast, I mean, you gotta say this thing's badass. That's awesome. Next, we've got Tiburone, the sand shark Pokemon. It's based on a sand shark, literally a sand shark. And it also has another reference. Tiburone will get riled up and gather in large groups to create a tornado of sorts that destroys many things in its path. And here is that tornado. Tiburone storm form, ground flying type. It's a reference to Sharknado, a really, really well done reference, really well done mon. I love this mon. It's awesome. Next up, we got Mondoon, who's doing the hang loose symbol here, and he's got these like trunks. He's kind of like a mixture of sand surfing and like traditional surfing. He's got these trunks, and its board is actually layered sediment. That's really cool. Yeah, he's doing that hang loose symbol. He just looks like he's got not a care in the world. That's awesome. Next, we've got a Kidart. It's a Echidna with like a dart. Uses its nose as a dart gun. That's cool. Electric poison type. So we got that kind of Toxtricity vibe going on. We've got Jack Kindle. Oh my gosh, he's a little floof. He's like a Angora rabbit. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. A cute little pure fire type bunny. Oh my goodness, that's adorable. Next we got Flufflair, the combustion Pokemon. Isn't Combuskin the combustion Pokemon? I'm not sure, but I love this. It kind of has like these fires or horns, almost like a jackalope. And the way it's like floof is going, it's kind of got that almost Chinese inspired cloud look to it. I really dig that. It's the coloring on the bottom reminds me of Ho-Oh. I really, really like this design. That's awesome. Finally, we got Luto. Is that Luto? Oh my goodness! I just realized it's got the Japanese character for flame on it, and it's got these like nice little patterns on the back. Holy crap! I just noticed its horns. How did I just notice its horns? Oh my goodness! They're like giant candelabras. Like, these things are wild looking, man. Wow, really, really well done. Next up, we got Surskink. It's traditional electric type. Got those electric type vibes to it. It's a skink Pokemon. I like that they included a reptile in there. Fake Mans loves reptiles, so, and fossils. So it evolves to Gigalania. Electric. I put its ability on here. Static. Oh wait, did it always have its ability? No, it didn't. Okay. Oh shoot. We got Static. The ability is Static. It's got the electricity coming from its eyes. The tongue is like fully out on display, like it was in the last one, but like it's even longer now. Got this electric pattern on it. So yeah, it's just a great all-around electric type. And look, oh, it's Gigalania. So it looks like it's a reference to Megalania, the dinosaur, but it's got these like electricity running all over it. It's got this like spit bubble, which I think might be a reference to the fact that I think Megalania were poisonous, because they are an ancestor of the Komodo dragon. And so maybe this spit like paralyzes them. I mean, I don't know. Let's look at the ability. It's got Static Bite. Any bite moves that this Pokemon uses will have a 40% chance to paralyze. Yep, okay, I thought that. I like that a lot. So it paralyzes. Electric Dark type. Ooh. So I think that's the second Electric Dark type we've seen in this region, right? We've got Marowak Agrios form, Fighting Dragon. It's got like, it's Boomerang is literally just a boomerang now. And it's got this like tribal, like paint on its body and stuff like that. That's cool. Fighting Dragon, just go straight from ground to Fighting Dragon. Like, I guess it makes sense because Alolan Marowak went from ground to Fire Ghost. So I guess it's possible to just evolve to something completely different typed. That's wild. Next up, we got Agrios form Numel, which is rock ground type, which I think is actually the same exact typing as Leweaken Numel. But this one is got definitely a different design to it. It's got that rock hump and then like these little stones. And I really like his little floofs here. It looks like he's actually a little bit taller, so he might go the more traditional camel route with this one. We'll see. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got Illumel, which is Uluru. I think that's like the, there's that big red crag rock, I don't know how to, like, mountain in Australia. I think this is a reference to that. I really like what he did with it. Yeah, rock ground type continuing. He's got these patterns that almost look like giraffe-esque. I really like what he did with this one. Completely different direction than Lee Weekends went. That's awesome. Next up, we got Druddigon Agrios form, dark ground type, and it's kind of, I think isn't there like a lizard called the Horned Devil? I think that's what this might be a reference to. It's got these like spikes all over it. Same with the Druddigon. It has those spikes everywhere. So I think that might be what it's a reference to. Next up, we got Snobling, which is a little cute duck, but he's got that little sinister, cheeky grin. Fairy flying type, okay. It evolves into Malord. Malord. Fairy flying type, Malord. He's got this little flower, the vest, but it's also like its plumage. It's got the little cane top hat made of like a flower of some type. I like this. This is cool. And then we've got Milady. The puns. So snooty. Her outfit, it looks like it's different foliage from around, rivers and ponds and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, she looks so snooty. So snooty. Next, we've got Helioptile Agrios form. I can't exactly tell what this is inspired by. It's Flying Ghost. It's got like this like doily-esque look to it. I'm not entirely sure what this is inspired by, but its ghost typing was gained after living in haunted manors the rich once lived in. So they used to be. Oh, okay. So they used to be like kind of like a lowland Meowth, where they were like owned by like upper crust people. So maybe it's just supposed to be like fancy. It evolves into Heliolisk, which it looks like a. Oh, it's like an umbrella. It's like a parasol. Is this supposed to be a reference to that like yokai, that umbrella, like one-eyed umbrella yokai? That's interesting. I like the little skull like faces on it, the umbrella. That's cool. Flying Ghost. That's what a unique like form, like a unique regional form. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, I like that a lot. Next up, we got Tauros Agrios form, whose horns have gotten much bigger, covered in mud, groundwater type. Wow, it's really good. That's a good mon right there. On calls it how I sees it. That's a good looking mon. So we got Applor, who is a grass ghost type. It's just like a reference to bad apples. It's cute. Got a little mischievous grin on there. Oh, the rot right here. It kind of looks like a little skull. We've got Corrupt. I really dig this. The way its like body is shaped, like I love how he plays with body shapes, because he made the shape of the body, like the core of the apple, like look like a body shape, so it's like hunched over, and then it's got these like brush arms with the wooden legs, like the what's the word? Stem. The stems are like the come out of the head, the legs. It's really well done. And it's still got the little skull over here and then over here too. Next up, we've got Totosham. Oh, it's a mixture of Totodile and Total Sham. Okay. Its appearance used to scare off bird Pokemon such as Pikapek and Revenge, so it won't be preyed upon. Oh, okay. So it's like a mimic, like the way that bugs will mimic predators in the wild so they won't get attacked. Okay, cool. It evolves into Mimigator. Wow, this thing's face is intense. Bro, what? Dude, this thing's about to throw hands or feet or whatever it has. I really like Bug Dragon. Okay. We have a Bug Dragon type. Wow. This thing is really crazy looking. I like it. I like it though. It's a good kind of crazy. It's just really wild. Next we got Impostodile. Okay, so we've got some continuing with the imposter theme here. But this one is actually a crocodile. It's just like trying to look like rocks. It says it's the phony rock Pokemon, but it is actually rock type. Kind of be funny if it were reverse. It's grass type, but it's the reverse of a Sudowoodo, where it's grass type, but it's trying to look like rocks. So you kind of go for those rock type resistances, right? Oh yes, this one. Yeah. Okay, so it evolves into Crocavern, Rock Dark, which I think is so well done. It's just so creepy, but like really it's perfectly describes what it's just such a good concept. It just mixes together so well, and it reminds me of that like the entrance, the like tiger entrance to Aladdin, but like more sinister. Next up, we got Terena, which is Ghost and Water. It's a mixture of Terror, Terrain, and Piranha. Okay, so it's a little ghost-type Piranha. It looks like plenty ghostly, sinister. It's got that like bone-esque face to it, like a skull. Next up, we've got Narcissus plus Pisces. So it's like self-absorbed. It's a swamp siren. Okay. The discontinued tale here. I don't think Pokemon would go that far. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they've done something like that. Maybe there's a Pokemon I'm just not thinking of. But I don't know. Like a cut in half head doesn't seem very Pokemon to me, but that's just me. Okay, we've got Yuck. Oh, interesting. Okay, so now I see what's going on here. Okay, so it's like a ghost mermaid. Got this ghost mermaid tail. Kind of got that that bone, like the bones coming out of it, and the rest is ghost. Okay, yeah, he talked about this in the podcast actually. Ghost, water type, and it's based on a Yuck, which I think is some kind of Australian siren. I actually like the way that he did this. This is really well done. So next up we've got Piscuba. So it's a split evolutionary line, kind of like Nidoran male, Nidoran female kind of thing. Okay, so it's Piscuba. It's got a little scuba helmet. It kind of looks like a oh gosh, what are those things called? They're in Sahagins in or Sahagins, however you pronounce it, from Final Fantasy. That's kind of what it reminds me of. We got Lagul. Ghost Water. Were they Ghost Water or Water Ghost? Okay, yeah, they were always Ghost Water. Okay. The Swamp Diver Pokemon. He's got kind of that Delmise anchor to it, kind of that old-timey scuba outfit. I really like this. You can see his little mer face in there. Yoweep. The Yowie Pokemon. So is it is it supposed to be like a Yeti? So it's like a water type Yeti, but it's like always crying. Okay. Next we've got Yarage, water fire type. Okay, so it's maybe a reference to like boiling over, like boiling mad. Like after you cry, you get really angry. I think that's like the stages of grief, like anger comes after sorrow or sadness or something like that, right? So yeah, it's kind of like a Yeti, water fire Yeti. That's a really interestingly done concept. Okay, so we got Orinkuru Agrios form. It's ghost fairy type. It's like a sage. That's really cool. And it's got like this powder. It's like concocting some kind of maybe medicine or smoke. It's got like handprints on its chest. Interesting. But I like the paint, the like tribal paint it's got on its face. Oh, it's even got one of those little nose septum piercings that go straight through. Okay. And its plumage is not even made up of like grass or whatever it was. It's like feathers now. Okay, I was curious if they're going to do it. It's got Passimian Agrios form. We've got the grass fighting type that we so rightly deserved originally. I felt like Passimian should have been grass fighting from the beginning, but now it's gone from rugby to cricket, which is another like kind of what's the word? Kind of like British sport, right? Is it a British sport or is it exclusively Australian? Dumb Americans not knowing their shit, that's just me. Next up, we got Quokenki. So it's electric fire type. Okay, so this is the Pika clone, and it's electric fire type. Interesting that they went with the fire type. I don't really see too many fire type aspects to it. I mean, this kind of here looks like maybe a flame, but it doesn't really scream fire type to me. It's based on Quokkas, which are those things you see in all the memes where they're like smiling. And he's got the smile too. They like always are smiling for selfies and stuff. So it's a mixture of Quokka and Denki, which is electricity, which is where Denkibi and Denki come from. If you missed the recent video on the more stable mons, check that out. I'll link that. But yeah, they're incredibly photogenic, and it's quite common for tourists to take selfies with them. Same thing as the Quokka. Yeah. We got Mimikyu Agrios form. Okay, so it looks like it's trying to mimic Quokenki. So that's cool. It's Ghost Dark type instead of Ghost Fairy type. Interesting. Why did they switch to dark? Okay, so it looks like they photobomb tourists, so maybe they're just more mischievous than the Mimikyu. Maybe Mimikyu want to be loved, right? But maybe this one just wants to cause trouble, I guess. We got Porcupine. It's a toxic pig Pokemon. Interesting. So it looks like kind of like a mixture of a boar and a porcupine. Interesting. I really like his little teeny little tusks. It's like looking like it's like, oh, my little tusks. I got little tusks down here. Okay, then we got Putrig. Wow. Okay, so it's got those like those kind of boars that have the horns coming out of their nose, but as well as their like teeth. That's really interesting. I love that it's got these like toxic fumes coming out. It's got this little shaggy hair that's coming out, spikes everywhere. It looks really menacing. I could even see this being poison dark type, honestly. Like, it's really menacing looking. Next up, we've got Cryptocene. Ghost normal. Ghost, what is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be like it's supposed to be a thylacine? Oh, wait. Isn't this a reference to the Tasmanian, isn't the Tasmanian tiger? Right? Wasn't there like a Tasmanian tiger that went extinct and it's also called the thylacine? I think that's what this is a reference to, and it's a reference to its extinction. That's cool. That's neat. So it's like a ghost of what it once was. I'm not sure why the normal type, though. Oh, yes, it was hunted into extinction 80 years ago. Dodo. I love this. This is just, it's a little Dodo Pokemon. Normal type. Perfectly, can't fly, so it's normal type. Dopey as all hell. I love it. Predator. Dark Steel type. I did not see that coming. Wow, he's like a hunter. He's like, dude, you thought you were gonna get me? Not the case. Is this supposed to be like a reference to like the Australian terror birds, maybe? Okay, so yeah, so this might be a reference to like back when there was terror birds versus humans. I'm pretty sure like humans lived during the era of terror birds, and they had to like fight them back. So maybe it's like a mixture of that. That's wild. We've got Catskabell, normal poison. It's like a little kitty snake. Got a little bell on its tail. He's so cute. It's just a little cute little cat snake. I really adore it. It's really cute. Oh wow, Serpenthera. Onca form? Must be two forms to this. But this one's dark poison. And Serpenthera is very stealthy that can remain unheard, stalking prey for hours. Even though it has the bell on its tail? Whoa, once that bell is heard, it's too late. Okay, I see. Is there... Oh, the Serpenthera Tigress form. Wow, this was way different. It's like a snow tiger. Ice poison. Oh, we got another unique typing there. It's an ice poison type. It's still got that bell. It surrounds its prey with its icy breath, so they won't see from where it attacks. Okay, cool. And it's kind of like a reference to rattlesnakes too, with the little bell rattle. We've got Servan. Mixture of server and penguin. Got a little bow tie, little outfit, just like a little penguin, little ice type penguin. Standard, but it's got the little server aesthetic to it. I really enjoy that. Does it evolve? It does. Oh yes, Bon Appetit. A reference to Bon Appetit. It's the ice fire type he talked about in the podcast. Bon Appetit. It's got this furnace in its like tummy, and it's got the little ascot for like a chef and the little mustache. Oh, that's really cute. We've got Hatena Agrios form. It's grass electric type, and so it's a reference to Christmas trees. That's cute. It's just a little Christmas tree Hatena. Falls into Hatrim. Oh my god. How did it get even cuter? How did it manage to get even cuter? It's like it has a little Christmas tree hair. And it's got a little holly skirt. Oh my gosh. Okay, is it going to have Hatterene? Yep, Hatterene. And they just go full Christmas tree, big old lights, big little poof balls. Oh my gosh. That's adorable. Grass electric type is a unique typing too, and I really like that. Rotom is the only one with it right now, and I feel like we deserve like a better grass electric type, We got Impidimp. So they did Agrios form Impidimp as well as Hatena. So we got Ice Fairy now. Reference to elves. He's a little cute. Got the little boots. Just a traditional depiction of an elf, but thrown onto the Impidimp. Then we got Morgrem, Agrios form, and he's making little puffy snowballs to throw at each other. I really like how long its hat is. Like it's a reference to its like long hair, but it turned into a hat instead. Kind of like looking like it's slowly gonna form into Santa. Is it gonna turn into Santa Claus? Yep, Grimmsnarl is a full-on Santa Claus, and I like how he kept like the little pattern that it has on its like stomach, except it turned it into like a beard, and its like beard like mixes in with the rest of it. That's really cute. That's adorable. That's just frankly adorable. Ice Fairy type is a really cool type combination, and I love that. Oh, it looks like his hat is the bag actually. Or like his hair is the bag. That's cool. Completely different take on Grimmsnarl. Oh, and we got Kookaburra. It looks like the layout changed. I think the layout changed in the last post too, actually. Yeah, the layout changed a little bit. We got Kookaburra, which is just another perfect pun. Flying ice type. It's got a little sweater. It's got that nice little pattern. It's shivering, maybe. So yeah, they make a strange noise, kind of sounding as if they were shivering from the cold. Yeah, Kookaburras make crazy noises. So this is a really well done pun. Well done, Mon. Is it going to evolve is the question. It does not. Oh, we got another ice type. Cryothere. It's like a little ice cream rhino. What? It's from the Elasmotherium, which I think is that's actually the rhino ancestor that has like that humongous horn. Like it's just like got this one massive horn that comes out of its head. And I love that he turned it into a little ice cream cone. It's got Sweet Veil, which just makes sense. Next up, we got Neoral. It's like a psychic type coral. And it kind of looks like almost like digital with its like, is this its face right here? That's kind of crazy. It's a reference to brain coral. I think there's like a kind of coral. Yeah, brain coral Pokemon. Duh. 240. That's a heavy boy. Wow. San, Steel Water. And it's a reference to like the electric saws. I really like the way he did this because it looks like a fish, but it also looks like those electric saws. It's just perfectly what it is. You know, I don't know how to say it. It's perfectly what it is. Chain Maw. Wow. Okay, so he went even further with it, and he's got that like grip on the top. It's a chainsaw now, full on chainsaw. Not one of those like little electric chainsaws, but full on chainsaw. The fins are the grips. That's really well done. Oh, it evolves again? What? Jawsaw. Okay. Oh, this is a reference to those sharks that had those like spirally saw blade like esque jaws. I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, that's what this is a reference to. And they just went that step further with it and just made it a full on like rotator saw. That's really cool. And it's got strong jaw now. Nice. This thing's tall. This thing's taller than me. What the hell? We got Sordine. Oh, that's brilliant. It's like a little paper airplane, water flying type, reference to flying fish, but also paper airplanes and sardines. Oh my gosh, that's great. And it's even got like these little passenger windows, like it could hold a passenger in the plane. That's really cool. Jetuna. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's sleek. That's so sleek. I really like how like it really made it feel like a jet. But also it has that like fish aesthetic to it. Like, you know, it's just it's Jetuna. That's what it is. Mantike, electric form. It's got that like David Bowie, like shock, like a lightning bolt on its eye. That's more of a reference to like a stingray than it is to like the kind of, or I don't know what kind of rays they're based on, but it's more of a stingray. And he even made this little gill part right here, like an electric. And he gave him like the Elekid plug ears or feelers or whatever they are. Then we got original evolution Mantoon, and they made him like a freaking electric guitar. That's so cool. Wow. Okay, original evolutions. Agrios has got them if you're looking for them. Wow. And it's got this little electric shock. The blue electric shock is what gets it for me. I really like a nice blue lightning. I feel like all the like Toxtricity has that blue lightning, and it's a really cool aesthetic. We got Lapras. Yes, this is my favorite. Freaking Agrios form Lapras. It's got this full coral reef on its back. Got a Staryu chilling out there. Oh, it's so pretty, man. He did such a good job with Lapras. Lapras is like my favorite Pokemon. Like one of my favorite Pokemon, if not my favorite. It's so pretty, so well done. We got Clobbopus, who's now poison type. It's really great. Like, I think it's limber poison point. It's no longer fighting type, just pure poison. It's really interesting. Then we got Medusoct. Okay, so they went with like a more Medusa route, and it's poison psychic now. Okay. We got Fortishell. Oh, it's this little sea slug with a castle on its back. It's dragon type. I was thinking water. That's really cute. And it's got like the opposite pattern on its ears, right? So this like inverts it up there. Wow, okay. Shell armor, of course. And it's like, it's like a dragon in a castle. Like, just protecting a castle, and it's like hooked onto the back. Wow, okay. It's kind of got that Goomy vibe to it almost, but like more like European dragon. We've got Abyss Shark. This is one I've seen before, and it's one of those things where you're like, I wish I had thought of this idea first. It's a Psychic Dark, like, space whale shark. It's just amazing. It's got this, like, Cosmog-esque feel to it, where it's got a black hole in its mouth. It's just, you don't know where you're gonna go if you get swallowed by this thing. Crazy. And actually, they're pretty sure there's a story of a surfer getting swallowed by a whale or a whale shark, and then they just got, like, they weren't really hurt. They just had to hold their breath, and it was really scary. So, you know, they didn't die. We've got Bobite, Fire Ground type. It's Fire Worm Pokemon. It kind of reminds me of an Antlion, but it kind of already have an Antlion Pokemon in Trapinch. But it's got this like it's like exploding out like a volcano, like plumes of smoke out of volcano. It's got a new ability too. The opposing Pokemon cannot escape, and there is a 30% chance it will get burned if it tries. Wow, so it's Arena Trap mixed with a burn chance. That's wild. Tynamo, it's Dark type, so it's like a vampire. It's based on a vampire eel, right? Is there such thing as a vampire? I'm pretty sure there's a vampire eel, but it's got this like draconic. Oh, and the thing on its side is like a heartbeat now. That's crazy. It's got ability Bloodsucker. If attacked by a critical hit, it will take half the HP it lost from the opponent to heal itself. Damn, that's broken. Then we got Electric, and it's got like those like bat-esque wings, and yeah, it's got the continuing with the heartbeats pattern on the side. Now we've got Electros, who just went full Dracula vampire Pokemon. It's the vampiric Pokemon now. It's got Bloodsucker continuing, got the bat, and it's got this nice little pattern on its chest that kind of looks like clothing, you know? It's really cool. We've got Arachat. Arachat? It's it's like a hat spider, Arachat. So it's like arachnid plus hat. It's like a little hat spider. Aw, cute. Does it evolve? No. Insomniac. This poor dude. This dude looks like he hasn't slept in years. Oh my gosh, this poor guy. He's got like the little psychic eyes all over him. Its vast knowledge of the universe keeps it awake. It will never shut its eyes, even after losing a battle. Ah! If the human mind were to know everything Insomniac knows, it would explode. That's so sad. We've got Growthu, which is like a skeleton. It's like it's the anatomy Pokemon. It's like it's got skeleton, but it's got like some like meat on its bones. It's a skeletal form. Okay, it's fighting normal type. Its ability is Gains. If this Pokemon is level 20 or above, and its HP is above 50%, it will be in skeletal form. Once it reaches 50%, it will do muscular form, and then 20% dermal form. Okay, so I guess we'll see muscular. Okay, so here's muscular form, so it's a little bit more beefy. I'm assuming stats change, right? And then is this gonna be dermal? Oh, okay, so dermal gets skin. It goes from getting muscle to skin, so it becomes more and more human-esque. But it's got these like these dermal spikes on it. It's got like this helmet. Kind of terrifying, honestly. But that's really cool. Really cool concept. Kind of reminds me of the Armored Titan from Attack on Titan. We've got Europole. It's the Bomb Frog Pokemon. So it's a little grenade. It's got the magma feel to it. It looks like it's really sad. It kind of just like, don't blow me up. Don't do it, please. We've got Bombufo. Wow, fire poison type. He's got little erupholes on its back, and that's kind of a reference to the frogs that can they kind of have the babies in their back, which terrifies me. It's so creepy. It's got the grenade reference in the chin, and it's got the pin in its nose. It kind of reminds me of the Tetsukabra from Monster Hunter. We've got Tweedalisk, dragon type. It's got this little pattern on its skin. So this is like, it's supposed to be like a cockatrice. It's born with no fear. They can make the bravest man run away with a single glare. Interesting. This little thing is intimidating. That's funny. Okay. Shockatrice. There it is. Shockatrice. That's it's got like wings, but like they're not quite its wings. It's like signals that's shooting out. Dragon electric type. And it's continued that little pattern. Wow. This is really cool. I really like this mon. We've got Glide Kick. What is this a reference to? It's a sugar glider. Oh my gosh, it's like a superhero sugar glider. That's so awesome. It's kind of got that Batman plus sugar glider. It's got limber and huge power. Okay. About to body some fools. Flying fighting type. Okay. Okay. We've got Yamask. Okay, so we got a regional Yamask Agrios form. It's got like a book. Oh, yes. I've seen this before. It's the Babadook. Yeah, the Babadook. Babarigus. It kind of comes out. It's Ghost Poison type. It's like the Boogeyman. Okay. I like that. I like that. It kind of just like takes the Cofagrigus' soul and like brings it out. And it's like, this is what I really look like. I like that. We got Grimer. Is this supposed to be a reference? Oh yeah, he said this is a reference to fairy bread. And I think it kind of, is this supposed to be Vegemite? I don't think it's Vegemite. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I said that in the thing and it wasn't. It's grass fairy type, which is a reference to fairy bread, which I'm pretty sure is what he's referencing with here. Yeah, okay, so Vegemite. So it is Vegemite. Yeah, so it's a reference to fairy bread. And it just is just a total abomination. It's just an abomination of bread and Vegemite and eyes and tongues and ugh. Patrat. Oh my gosh, I love this Patrat. Actually, this is one of the first things I saw on his page. Was a ground electric Patrat. It's a reference to miners, and it's just got these little shock whiskers. It's just so perfect. He's a little worker bee, going through the mines, trying to get what he can. And then it's Wombolt, so it's a reference to wombats. So he made the Patrat turned into a wombat. Got this little beard with the electricity in it. Kind of reminds me of those vests that people wear at nighttime. Worker people wear at night so they don't get run over by a car. You know, what's the word? Road workers and stuff like that. And even people on bikes wear them. I really like the way he did this. Ground electric type is like such an underused type. I think only one Pokemon has it. It's Stunfisk. Stunfisk is the only one with that type, I think. Next we got Rainsparce, evolution to Dunsparce. It's Fairy Dragon. It's got like the rainbow all on the back. It's kind of simplistic, and I kind of like that. I like how he just kept it simple. The pattern on the back is a little much. Like, Pokemon tend to stick to not crazy amounts of colors, and this is kind of a lot of colors. But I mean, it is kind of its gimmick, so I'll like that it's supposed to be like a rainbow. So I'll say that I'll say that I really dig it. It's based on the rainbow snake. It's a rainbow snake Pokemon. Is there a rainbow snake? I'm not sure. Lyrical. So it's evolution to Chatot. Also got the rainbow aesthetic to it. Kept the normal flying type. Interesting. I would have pegged it as fairy flying, but normal is kind of an embodiment of sound. It's got soundproof and tangled feet. It's got this little lyre. It's lyrical. Maybe I pronounced that wrong. Lyrical, but it's supposed to be like lyrical plus lyre. It's got the little lyre as its tail. And actually, this is the last mon. It's Royaling. It's a Steel Dragon type. It's the very starter stage to his pseudo line. It is not the line is not completely finished, but so yeah, this is where we were ending. But before we do, this thing is really interesting looking. It looks like it's gonna be like some kind of kingly thing. You can't see it. It doesn't have eyes. Are these supposed to be its eyes? Because they look like teeth to me. So just a note. I don't know. They kind of look like teeth to me. So I can't tell if this like these its eyes and these are its teeth. I'm not 100% certain, but I think it's really cool. A little orb Pokemon. Steel Dragon type I really like its typing. But that's it for the Agrios region. Let me know what you thought. Which Pokemon from this region was your favorite? Make sure to go follow Fake Mans on Twitter for updated versions of all these Pokemon. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, become a member if you can. All those awesome things. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.